Hello and welcome to another video and podcast from Fantasy Football Scout. My name is Joe and today I'm going to reveal my Game Week 21 team. I'll also quickly look back at my Game Week 20, my future moves, and there's a focus on Talisman as well, just who is dominating the goal involvement in their teams. Just a reminder, do press that like button, does help us out, and do leave us a 5-star review wherever you receive your podcast, and also do remember to subscribe, keep up to date with our latest podcasts and videos, and also do check out fantasyfootballscout.co.uk for latest office of membership details, for example, the season ticker, looking at the latest stats. You can create your own tables, and some of those tables I'll be featuring today, so I've created my own there, accessing the membership area. Okay, let's have a look and see how I got on in Game Week 20. So yeah, this is the end of a fixture block, the Christmas festive fixture block. So we've got Game Week 21 sort of post FA Cup third round to come, and there's a nice block there through January, which could involve a double game week for Liverpool and Everton. So I've got a small green arrow. It's really small, almost a grey arrow. It was I'm down to 237k. I was 236k last game week. So I got 67 points. I'm actually quite pleased with that. The Liverpool postponement would have helped me because I've got Houston on my bench and he's very, very low owned, which would have been worth more to my rank than, for example, Alexander-Arnold and Mohamed Salah. As it turned out, Alexander-Arnold got me nothing. So yeah, my defence got me 5 points in total. So Houston was benched, annoying, but I would not have benched Robinson. I would not have benched Gabriel. I would not have benched Alexander-Arnold. With hindsight, obviously you can look at that and say Houston against Everton. I knew I was going to get something there, but I just thought the other players would get me more. Gabriel could get a goal. Alexander-Arnold got 15 points last week. Robinson's got assists in him. Could have got a clean sheet as well. Verbruggen v Henderson was my decision this week. Henderson will be my main goalkeeper going forwards because Crystal Palace's fixtures are very strong for right up until April. But there was a choice. They both had bad fixtures, so I just picked the one I thought might get more saves. As it turned out, they both got 2 points. I'm okay with that. And Bomo, absolute legends for me with 19 points. Obviously kept him while many others benched, removed him. They removed him for Gordon, who has done well, but it just shows you how many good assets there are in this game, because if you moved Gordon and Bumo on to Gordon a few weeks back, you would have thought, oh, I've done okay, but you probably lost out on that because Mbomo's got some quite good hauls in that time, including a career best in FPL, I believe, 19 points. Palmer, 10 points, great. Sarr didn't do me much, but I'm very happy with the Mateta, Eza, Sarr front line. It was Sarr who assisted the assister this time round. That could have so easily have been Sarr being on the end of that, and it was Eza to Mateta to Sarr. So I think they're working very well together. Salah, my captaincy, 7 points, happy with that. Chris Wood, absolute legend, as he always is, although I will bench him the odd week, got me 8 points. Isak, 7 points. Jackson, 2 points of blank. Jackson is he's got 2 good fixtures coming up, but if he doesn't deliver in those fixtures, he's gone for me. Houston being a legend on the bench at 8 points. Mikolenko, fine. Everton goalkeeper, Everton double coming up. And Rodgers, I parked. I'm not going to remove Rodgers. He's brilliant. He's probably the best of that sort of category there. So yes, a few issues to consider. I'm pretty broadly happy with my team, and I'm looking to pretty much hold during this period so I can save up some transfers for the double game week, which I plan to use my assistant manager chip for, because I've already used my triple captaincy. I've got, I can't remember how much. Not much, but okay for Haaland earlier in the season. Not one of his mega hauls, one of his small hauls. So I'm quite happy with that. And that's what I'd like to do, sort of address injuries, that is. But Jackson is the one who could make way. And I'd be looking to move him down to free up a little bit of money. I haven't got too much in the bank for this one. $500,000, I think. Okay, let's have a look at Talisman. Okay, so one of the reasons I wanted to do this, I wanted to find out, sort of take stock this week because of the slight extra game week, so extra time between game weeks, because the deadline is next Tuesday. So I'm recording this on Wednesday afternoon. You'll probably watch this on Thursday, I imagine, but ahead of the deadline. So it's next Tuesday, not this weekend. So I just wanted to take stock. There was something I did in FPL General Show. We had a look at best attacks and best defences, and I wanted to supplement them by looking at the talisman of some of those teams as well. So I've got the table that I've done for this on Talisman. This is all matches, and I've also included the table I've already shown on FPL General Show. Do have a look at that. That's available, and or you can listen to the podcast version of that. This is team reveal, but we look at best attacks and defences so far. So just a recap of that, it just shows that Liverpool, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Man City, Tottenham, Arsenal, Newcastle and Brentford are amongst the top attacks so far this season. Wolves, Southampton, Everton, Ipswich and Leicester amongst the worst attacks. So I wanted to see if about the talisman as well. So obviously, if there's any players dominating those top attacks, brilliant, you want them in. And if there's any players absolutely dominating the worst attacks, they're less desirable. But if they're really dominating those teams' attacks, they can be quite desirable there. So I've looked at goal involvement. I've looked at their, how many goals they've got, how regular they start as well, how many assists they've got. I've cut this off at minimum 40% goal involvement. They have to have had 10 attacking returns. I'm not interested in those that haven't, and there's plenty that have had at least 10, and they've had to have at least 10 starts as well. So that whittled down to a nice list. Top of the list, brilliant. Salah, got him in Game Week 10. This proves his worth here. He's involved in 2/3 of goals at Liverpool. 18 goals, 13 assists. I can't believe. I kept thinking I've got this wrong, but he's having such an incredible season. Liverpool are the top team for the top attack. So you've got the guy who's dominating their goal involvement for Liverpool. This is why we all made, well, I say we all, I'm in danger of, that's what's a terrible thing content creators say, we're all the same. We're not. Those that moved Haaland to Salah Game Week 10, justified so far. Will it remain that way? We don't know. But that's interesting there. Second in this list is Raul Jimenez. So it hasn't been in my side, but I do, I would consider getting him in. He would free up some money with Jackson. And also, Fulham's fixtures are still pretty strong. They've got West Ham away, Leicester away, Manchester United at home, Newcastle away is a bit tough, Nottingham Forest at home a bit tough, but then got Crystal Palace at home. So they've got pretty strong fixtures. So he's still worthy of investment, I think. Fulham, however, their minutes per expected goal involvement every 70 minutes. See, Liverpool every 41 minutes they're getting a goal involvement. So he's got a bigger slice of a smaller pie. Salah's got a big slice of a big pie, and Raul Jimenez has got a big slice of a slightly smaller pie there. Next name up is Rory Delap. He's at Ipswich, and they're the second from bottom. They're not mustering an expected goal within a match. 99.6 minutes. So Delap is getting a big slice. He's getting 62% involvement of a tiny pie, like not even a cupcake. I don't know what it is, like a raisin or something. So I'm not particularly interested in him, but it's worth noting he's got 10 attacking returns, 8 goals, 2 assists. Same as Raul Jimenez. Next name is Pedro Brighton. A real tricky one, this one. He's 5.7. I'm very keen, might go back down to him from Jackson. He's involved in 59% of goals from 12 starts, so he's been injured, but he's got 10 attacking returns, 5 goals, 5 assists, has got a penalty now, hadn't before the weekend. But once again, Brighton, a bit like Fulham, he's getting a big slice, or a slightly smaller slice, of a slightly smaller pie. So his Brighton minutes per expected goal involvement every 69 minutes there. But I do like Pedro in tougher fixtures. He does seem to turn it on. Where have his big hauls come recently? Arsenal, Bournemouth, Fulham, some good sides there. And where's he failed? Against some top sides. Annoyingly, he has Ipswich next. A lot of people will be interested in him for that. I'm less so keen. Man City, Liverpool, that's Pedro time. Isak, brilliant here. So we've got minutes per expected goal involvement every 55 minutes. This is all season. They've actually improved in recent weeks. So Isak, he's got 57% goal involvement. He's involved in well over half of goals there. 13 goals, 4 assists. This is fantastic. This is what you want to see. You want a strong attacking side with a talisman, and he is it as well. Obviously, Gordon is helping out with that goal involvement, but Isak is the talisman there. Chelsea, unsurprisingly, it's Palmer here, 50% goal involvement. He's got 20 attacking returns, 13 goals, 7 assists, all matches this season. But looking at Chelsea, yeah, they're second. Minutes per expected goal involvement every 48 minutes, second only to Liverpool. So not as strong as a Salah slice of cake, but Palmer's getting half that cake. And it's a pretty big cake as well. So I like Palmer there. Pleased he's in my team. Saka, he's injured. That's annoying. Arsenal, he is Arsenal's talisman. And without him, where'd you go? Odegaard, Jesus, Trossard, Martinelli. Take your pick. They haven't got a talisman apart from Saka. So if Saka's out, the talisman has gone. Remains to be seen whether that changes. But at the moment, you're getting lots of players with Arsenal is strong, minutes per expected goal involvement every 55 minutes. But the pie, the cake, is being divided very evenly amongst their players. There's no one standout there. Okay, so that puts me off the Arsenal attack. Cunha at Wolves, very interesting. Goal involvement every 48%. So he's getting on for nearly half a goal. He's got 14 attacking returns. Wolves are right down minutes per expected goal involvement every 94 minutes. But, however, when we were looking into that, their expected goals, they were expected to concede 20 goals, but they've in fact conceded 31. So they've been underperforming. Also, Cunha is very accurate, like Vardy, like Haaland, until recently with Haaland, and Chris Wood as well. They don't need much XG to get the goal. They can score the kind of goals that other players can't. Think Son of old as well. So Cunha I still like. I don't rule out going back to him. I moved him on for his because he's got very, very tough fixtures coming up. But I don't mind going back to him from Jackson. I think, so game week 24, he's got Aston Villa at home. I don't think that's a bad fixture at all. And Chelsea have West Ham at home, so that's going to be a tough choice. But I don't mind moving to Cunha there. Very small pie, but he's getting half of that. Haaland's next. He's low down. Goal involvement, 47%. He should be getting what Salah's getting, 66%. So 14.8, no, I'm not interested. Does have 17 attacking returns. Is starting every match because they don't have an alternative. But I just don't. The goal involvement is. Man City, they're fourth, so minutes per expected goal involvement every 53 minutes. It's a big pie, but he's only getting less than half of that. He should be getting 2/3. He's their only striker. So that says something about Man City's situation at the moment. He's on the same goal involvement as Vardy. Now, Vardy's right down. Leicester are the worst attack. Minutes per expected goal involvement every 100 minutes. So Vardy is getting half of a very tiny cupcake of goals involvement there. But nevertheless, he's got 10 attacking returns. I don't rule going out for him either, just because he's going down. But I am aware that that Leicester are not generating a lot of XG. Diallo at Manchester United, this is interesting. He is getting almost half of their goal involvement. He's only 5.3. Manchester United, and this is really relevant for Game Week 21, because Manchester United got Southampton at home, Brighton at home, Fulham away, Crystal Palace at home before they meet Tottenham, which is still a good fixture for attackers, and then Everton in Game Week 26. It's a really good run. Diallo is strong for this. He is their talisman at the moment, not Bruno Fernandes. It is him. And he's got 10 attacking returns, 3 goals, 7 assists. So broad range of points there. Strongly recommend him. I'm not going to go for him myself. I just don't have room. I have other issues. Chris Woods, already in my team. Those who follow me on social media know that I really like Chris Wood. I think he's brilliant. I like the fact that he's really unfashionable and people don't go... he's in half of teams at the moment around my rank, but half people just go, I'm not getting Chris Wood in. I'm not getting Chris Wood in. And then he scores almost every week. He's only 6.8. He's got 46% goal involvement. So he is still the talisman of Nottingham Forest. And Nottingham Forest, it's not a big pie, gold pie. 78% is minutes per expected expected goals is every 78 minutes. So they're generating a goal every 78 minutes. But nevertheless, Wood is getting half of that. So he's a sort of goal every other game. So I think I can bench him in tougher fixtures. You never know. But he's 13 attacking returns. Still the talisman. Tottenham. So Tottenham are riding high here. Minutes per expected goal involvement every 53 minutes. So there's a big pie. Sorry, minutes per expected goal. Sorry, I keep saying minutes per expected goal involvement. It is goal. The goals they're generating. There because it's for team anyway. So Maddison's the top guy for that. He's in 46% goal involvement. That makes him the top talisman for Tottenham. He's only 7.6. It starts though. He's started 14, and I think I'd be annoyed if I was a Tottenham fan he wasn't starting. But is he playing the same role as Kulusevski? You can't argue that Kulusevski's bad. He's very good. So nevertheless, he got 8 goals, 5 assists. Maddison, yeah. I think he's strong. It's annoying the benchings. For Brentford, okay, so it's 2 here, and they both go in. It's Wissa and Mbomo. So if you want, they spread around. Mbomo did get his 19 points, but Wissa did score as well. So Wissa's got 43% goal involvement. Mbomo broadly the same, 42%. Mbomo's more, 7.8. Wissa's 6.2, but. Yeah, and Boba's got 16 attacking returns, 13 goals, 3 assists, and Vista's got 10 goals and 2 assists. So they're both really strong assets. So if you don't have Bomo and you've got a space in your attack and you want to tap into Brentford, because, even in tough fixtures, they can still score. They got Man City and Liverpool up next, but then Crystal Palace, Tottenham, West Ham, Leicester. There's a pretty good run after that. They're both really strong. And Bomo's going nowhere for me. Brentford, they're middle, really. They're just below Newcastle and above Aston Villa, West Ham, Manchester United, Brighton. So there's a minutes per expected goal every 59 minutes there. So they're dividing up, really. It's basically Vis and Bomo. That's your lot, really. You might get your goal involvement from Damsgaard, but these are the 2 guys you consider. And finally, it's Jackson. He's in 40% goal involvement. But it seems to have dropped off recently. I think I've only got 1 return from him. I've only been my team for about 3 or 4 weeks, and I've had maybe 2 returns, maybe 1. Goals 9, assists 4. Chelsea, as I said with Palmer, they're riding high. They're second only to Liverpool, so so there's a big pie of goals, big cake of goals there, and Jackson is still getting a decent slice of those. So I'm happy for the next 2 fixtures. I think Bournemouth at home, Wolves at home, pretty good. Then Man City away might be the time I reassess that, because I do have a limit. I've got I'm a patient man, but I do have a limit there. Let's have a look at my next game week as well. So we'll take them all together. I hope that was useful for everyone, by the way. So we'll take stock of that. Certainly helped me, I think. Next game week. So I've got a picture of Jackson here. So I hopefully he returns to me. I'm looking to hold, basically. That's why I'm looking at other things like Talisman, not any particular transfer. I'm going for Henderson away to Leicester. I could play for Verbruggen away to Ipswich, but I think I prefer Ipswich at the moment as an attack. So I think Henderson might have a better chance of a clean sheet. Who knows? Robinson away to West Ham. Happy with that. Could be getting an assist. Gabriel at home to Tottenham. Could get a goal. Alexander-Arnold away to Nottingham Forest. Could get attacking returns and a clean sheet. Brian Mbomo at home to Man City. I hope he gets me an attacking return there. Palmer at home to Bournemouth. Arguably a good captaincy shout. I know FPL General and Tom Freeman, who I've done videos for this week, think that too. Ismail Sarr is away to Leicester, so hopefully he gets me an attacking return there. I'll probably give him quite a few fixtures, really, and he's so cheap, I can always start to bench him if I lose confidence, but I haven't lost confidence yet. Salah's my captain. There's the effective ownership issue there. You're basically betting that he gets no attacking return. Can you do that? I think Liverpool will be fired up for this. Nottingham Forest, well, to be fair, they humiliated them, I think, last week. I think, that's what I think's there. So I think Salah could do well there. Rodgers, absolutely fantastic, I think. But it is Everton, but I'm happy to play him. And bench Chris Wood, that's the decision I might make. Chris Wood might come in, Rodgers might go to the bench. I'm not sure about that. Isak, vice-captain, and Nicholas Jackson for Bournemouth. He's against Bournemouth. Happy with that. For Bruggen's on my bench. Hewson away to Chelsea. I don't think I'll get a clean sheet there. Mikolenko at home to Aston Villa. Maybe. So, I'm looking to hold, really. Let's have a look at the fixtures. So I've got the fixtures here, and this is what I like to do at the end of all of my shows, really, because I've got some notes about what I'm looking to do, really. So these show that Crystal Palace, Southampton, Fulham, Manchester United, Everton, and Brighton have got the best fixtures from now till game week 26. Crystal Palace in particular, they're pretty strong. And Fulham I like. Meanwhile, Man City, Wolves, Ipswich, West Ham, Bournemouth, Brentford, Nottingham Forest have the worst fixtures. And Liverpool, it says here some of the worst fixtures, but you never know with them. I think they can score against anyone. I think they're still the best side at the moment, even though they did draw against Manchester United. And I think, as we've seen with Salah, what a talisman, 66% of the biggest pie the Premier League has seen this season. So the biggest slice of the biggest pie. What I'm looking to do, game weeks 21, 22, definitely hold. Well, I say definite. Depends on there's injuries. And it's not a real drastic loss of form, but I'll be looking to hold the next two. So that will give me 2 free transfers. So I'll get up for 3 free transfers after those 2. Then in game week 23, I can reassess. And I'll be reassessing Jackson there. And I could go to Pedro at Brighton. He's at home to Everton. Got Nottingham Forest, Chelsea and Southampton. I quite like those fixtures for Pedro. Tough fixtures I like for him, of which some of those are in there, like Chelsea, for example. And there are some good fixtures there. Don't rule out going for Jimenez as well. He's at home to Manchester United. Could get me a return there. So I'd be looking to save a bit of money because... so Cunha could be an option there if I don't want to save so much money. Because game week 24, 25, 26, it could be a double game week at some point over 24, 25. Then I'd be wanting to use the assistant manager chip, probably on slot, the best one. I need to find 1.5 there. So that's where Jackson might come in, Jackson's money. Also, I don't rule out in game week. So say, for example, they have a double game week 24, 25. Game week 26, I might move on Liverpool. So Liverpool have Man City away. I might think, can I do better for a chip there? I don't know. Maybe Leicester against Brentford, because you get extra bonus points for if there's a 5 place gap between the sides. Manchester United at home to Everton, there won't be a gap there, but Crystal Palace, Fulham, there could be a gap there. So, I'll be looking to move on, within that chip, I think, and take advantage of the possibility to do that. And then I've used it because deep down, I don't quite get it. The assistant manager chip, it's very, very confusing. There's a lot to it. There's a lots that prevent you doing other things, and there's a lots that prevent you that are quite an enticing prospect to it. But it's quite confusing. I haven't quite got my head around it. I want to sort of get it out of the way. And then I'll come back stronger next season with that one. And you can use it at different times. Maybe double game week isn't it, in fact, the best time to use it? Who knows? But I'd like to have a bit more information about it. So it's a bit of a tryout this season. Anyway, hope that was of use to you. It certainly helps me as ever to look at these fixtures and looking at the talisman as well this time. Good luck with the game week. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you again next week when I'll be looking ahead to game week 22. So this will do right up until deadline next Tuesday. Take care. See you soon.